So the second portion of my question deals specifically with me in this physical body. This physical body has experienced a great deal of pain in this particular lifetime. And I've, tried surrendering, wrapping my head around it, doing this, doing that. And, it's time to let it go. And that appears to be a challenge.
And for many of you, it is. It is the greatest challenge of all, dealing with physical pain, physical ailments, attempting to overcome, attempting to heal, attempting to cure. Many of you suffer from physical ailments based upon historical data that is stashed in your DNA. But this is not to say that it needs to stay in your DNA. This is not to say that it needs to affect your cellular structure. But you must find a way of releasing it. How do you release it? Oftentimes it stems from past life trauma, past life experiences, which is why many of you choose to return to release that. That needs to be released from the physical state. It can't really be released from the non-physical state, because in the non-physical state it doesn't exist. But to come back as part of the collective program, we say that word lightly, to move through the darkness into the light, into a new earthly reality, all of you must come back and revisit those experiences. Bringing awareness to them is simply the way to do it. There is no great in-depth structure, in-depth instruction manual that goes along with dealing with past lives, which really aren't actually in the past, but we use this terminology for sake of clarity, coming from the linear world. Through the idea of expressing awareness to injuries from a past life will then release the physical ailment that your energetic vibration is still resonating with in this lifetime, and perhaps the next, and perhaps the next. That is one way that the physical body will retain ailments, will develop disease. Another is through burying those emotions. You've all heard this term, suppressing emotions. Emotions are not meant to be suppressed. Emotions are meant to be released. They're meant to be expressed. That's what they are there for. They are a tool. They are a gauge to your inner guidance. They are a gauge to how you are dealing with all aspects of your life from the inside out. Many of you refuse to, let's say, remember certain experiences based upon the idea of pain from the past. This is common. This is very typical of the human being. There are very few of you who maneuver through life without some sort of buried pain. Some of you have less than others, yes, of course, this is the way it is. But all of you on some level have some sort of emotional baggage, let's say, which creates stagnant movement in your energetic field. And within that stagnant energetic field, this is where disease straps on. It sees the imbalance, it feeds on the imbalance, and it shows itself and presents itself as a physical ailment. Again, as a tool, as a guidance system for each and every one of you to then be able to, let's say, deal with your stuff for the purpose of release, for the purpose of forgiveness, for the purpose of moving forward, for the purpose of allowing your energy to move freely, unattached. This can also apply to the idea of beliefs that you've adopted along the way that may not resonate with you anymore. You are not acting in tune with your authentic self. You're not acting in tune with your natural state of being. You're acting as somebody who has adopted many ideas and values and morals from those around you, sometimes very loving people, yet unaware of how their own personal belief systems are being exported onto all of you. So taking a close look at who you are, who you've become, and who you would prefer to be, and living from that place will oftentimes release the physical ailments as well. These are just some of the ways, but the most prominent ways that disease, that physical problems can be manifested in the human body. Does this help?
Yes, thank you.